Good morning and welcome or welcome back to the Big Bear Yarns podcast, episode number 19. I'm Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns. I live in Essex in the UK with my cat, my two dogs and my sister. This is my podcast where I'll talk about anything I've been knitting, crocheting, reading, listening to, watching, whatever really. So I'll just crack on. I do have a finished item this week. Unlike last week where I showed a finished item that had been a finished item in the previous episode, these are definitely a new finished item. I mean, anyone that's watched me before probably wouldn't have been surprised. I forget what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it sometimes, so the fact that I forgot that I'd shown them, really typical. So, these are socks number 33 for the year. They're for my mum. They are knit from my Zinnia sock sets, which actually, I think I sold out of the last of those over the weekend, so these are now all sold out. Or I might actually... Oh, I do actually have the 50 gram full skein and the purple, which were the unique colours for the set. So I could dye up another batch of the green, because the green isn't a unique colour to the shop. That wasn't a brand new colour. This was my tonal, it's pretty much a solid. I wouldn't even say semi-solid. It's, as far as hand dyed goes, that's as solid as it gets in my opinion. So it's a solid leafy green called Like Real People Do. So I could dye up a batch of those to restock the minis and take one of the minis and pop it in the set and have another set of these. But currently they are all sold out. So this is, as I said, my own hand dyed Zinnia. They're for my mum. So there's knit on 2.5mm DPNs, 20 rounds 2x2 cuff. Then I did, I think, 10, 20, 30, 40, I think I did 60 rounds for the leg. My mum does generally like a longer sock. She sometimes, I've been knitting her some shorter legs because she has said that she would like some shorter ones that she can wear in the summer with her trainers, but most of the socks she'll wear are in the winter where she wants to wear them with her boots, so a long sock is what she prefers. I do 60 rounds for her foot, not including the toe. My mum wears a UK size 6, I think. Okay. This size fits her. 60 fits her with a heel flap and gusset. These haven't actually been blocked yet, I've just put them on the blockers this morning. But I'll block them later. I don't do anything special with blocking socks. I know you can soak them in wool wash and things, but I can't be bothered. I just put them on the blockers, spray them with some water in my water spray, let them dry, take them off, they're done. So socks number 33, that's the only thing I've got finished for this week. But I have done some work on several things, so we'll continue with the socks because then that'll be easier, and then I'll get on to the other things. Let me just have a sip of my, if I moved you all, sorry about that. Let me just, sorry if there's any clicking, it's glass. I'm just drinking this cold brew tea. I don't know if you can read that. It's this it's a really nice one actually. It's you just pop it in the glass with some water. I pop some ice in as well because I want it to be as cold as possible. You just pop it in there. I add a tiny bit of sugar because I do have a sweet tooth, but not a lot, just a sprinkle. And let it brew and you're done. This is peach and mango. Very tasty. I'm prepared. Oh yeah, I've shown you my projects. Oh yeah, so I've done sock number 1, which is 30 rounds 2x2 cuff, 20 leg, and then 60 for the foot. These socks always look so small, like comparatively they look absolutely tiny. I mean, yeah, they do. I mean, these are stretched out on blockers, so that's not actually fair. But they fit my sister every time I've done them. Her grey ones are her favourite socks really to wear most of the time, so they seem to fit. I mean, they do stretch, don't they? Yeah, these are for my sister. They're in Yarnsmiths Merino sock, teal and charcoal. So I've done the first one and I am into the cuff of the second one. I've done half of the cuff. I've done 15 rounds. Oh god, blowing out. It is blowing out. I've been really struggling to get this light in, not to have me be just a ghost today. It's not even that sunny. It's quite cloudy and it's been raining all day today, and yet I keep blowing out like a ghost. Yeah, 2x2. It'll be 30 rounds, so I'm halfway through really. These are on Addy Premium 10cm ones. Hopefully, I am hoping I'm going to get this sock completed this week, because I would like, for the very first time this year, to have knit up all of the yarns I've put aside in a basket to cast on in that month. So I do want to crack on and get these done. Will I succeed? Probably not, but I'm going to try. And all you can do is try. So, oh yeah, got a new cast on. This one. It's my own hand dyed, so anything I say about it you have to bear in mind, not unbiased. So I've only done 5 rounds of the cuff, because I've realised the thing that holds me back sometimes is I hate casting on a sock. So what I do now, as soon as I've got needles spare, I just cast on and do 5 rounds, do the setup rounds for the cuff and just crack, and then I find it easier just to pick them up and do them. So these are my Knit Pro Symphony needles. And this is my Wildflower. Yeah, you think I'd remember because they're my own, but not necessarily. That's Wildflower. That's my own yarn. I do have, actually, this is what it looks like in the skein. Skein and the cake. The neatest cake. Oh. In there. There we go. I've got a few of these still left. I think I've got 2 left in my shop. They are included in the sale, so if you did want to grab one, it ends at the end of the month, so if there's something you want, I'd get it while it's still on sale. There's not much more to say about these ones, just 5 rounds. I think I'm going to do these ones actually as some trainer socks. Trainer socks, if you're not in the UK, would be shorty socks. I've been wearing lots of my shorty socks the last few days, and I've really liked them. Because there's one pair that I have that were only 10 rounds for the ribbon, and they always, if I wear them without shoes, like just around the house, they're perfect, they're fine. If I wear them in shoes, they just slip off my foot constantly. So I've found the best thing is to do like a long rib and then go straight into the heel flap. Oh yeah, these ones, I've completed the first sock, but not the toe. So So I have to do the toe. Why didn't I cut the yarn? Have I done it all, or is this still, am I still in the work? I don't know, do I still have some to go? Let me check. No, remember I didn't have my slippers with me at the time. I'm going to do the toe in the contrast, this one, of the green and blue and browns. But there's kind of like a slight purpley hue to some of it as well. It's quite lovely. The blue contrast, blue green, is Little Big Craft. This is Merino, cashmere and nylon. And this is a pink, one of a kind, like, I think it was a mistake yarn that kind of didn't match the colourway it was meant to be. So I got that one from Molten Yarns. Done 30 rounds again of the cuff. I do like the 30 rounds, but I don't like knitting the 30 rounds. We'll see. Maybe once I've tried some on with the 30, and if I really like how they feel, there'll be more, but maybe there won't. This one, oh yeah, again, almost finished the first sock. Let me just untangle some things. So I started the toe, but I haven't finished it yet. Oh, my hair is just getting everywhere today. It's very poofy. It's a bit better, I think. Okay. So I've started the toe. I've done, I think, I'm down to 14 stitches on each needle on the toe. So that's 20 rounds, 2x2 rib. Knit Pro Premium 10cm. These are for me. Are they? I think they might be for my mum. What am I talking about? Let me check. Let me check. They're for my mum, not for me. This is my own one-of-a-kind colour in the rustic yarn. This is a West Yorkshire Spinners Zandra Rhodes colourway, and this is Drops Fable in their burgundy. Pardon me for a second. And I'm hoping I'm going to be pretty much done with this ball when I'm done. Why is that in my bag? A seed. That's where it came from. This one, there'll probably be some left. This one, there'll definitely be not that much more of this one used, but the main colour should be pretty much used up, I'm hoping. Oh yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. This is very tangled with yarn. Oh dear, you be good. It's up to something, I can hear it. Okay, so these are on my Knit Pro Zing 2.5mm. These are for my sister. They are knit on River in Sparkle with Dread Persephone and Artemis Forest. So I've just done 20 for the cuff, 20 2x2 rib for the cuff, 5 rounds of Dread Persephone, 5 rounds of Artemis Forest, then 20 for the rest of the leg, then another 5 and 5. Then I'll do the heel flap, which I have, slip stitch heel. And I'll do the turn in river as well, and then I'll do 5 more rounds each of these 2 colours. Do most of all the foot up to the last 10 rounds in river. Do the 5 rounds each of the 2 contrasts, then do the toe in river. And I hope I'm going to have used up most of river at the end of this, because I'm getting, yeah, it's getting small. I haven't got my scales down here with me, they're up in the cupboard, I think. But yeah, I'm hoping most of this will be used up. Such a pretty colour. This is one of my favourite colours. I actually say that I say that too often. I like them all, but this one I really do like. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? I love it. Yeah, you might be seeing some shorter socks in the coming weeks, because I've realised I was counting through the socks in my gift box upstairs I keep for my mum and sister, and I realised I've actually done, I think, quite a few more now for my mum, because at the beginning of the year I had many more in there for my sister, but now I think it's gone the other way. So as my sister likes shorter legs, you'll be seeing some more shorter socks. Oh yeah. These ones, I wasn't sure if I was going to like them, because sometimes I find scrappy socks that are knit out of self-patterning, self-striping, very variegated yarn can just be a bit too much. These, I wasn't sure who they were going for, who I was making them for, but I'm making them for me now, that's absolutely certain. So, my Knit Pro Zings, very good metal needles if you want some. Look at them. Oh, I really do love these. Like, they should be too busy, with every single one being a self-striping, some of them being sparkly. Actually, no, this one's not self-striping, but it is a sparkly variegated. But look, aren't they just pretty? I cannot wait to wear these this Christmas. I'm going to save them for Christmas, because if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my box of socks where I showed the layers of socks. So I do have enough socks to last. I don't need to wear any of my new ones yet, so I can put these away. I mean, I do like to wear my new ones. There is something about just putting on a fresh pair of socks. That's lovely. Look at them. Oh, they're just... They've really made me want to do... They've really made me want to buy, which I'm not meant to be, another load of Christmas yarns, but I was looking at the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas ones, because they have, what, like 8 colours? So I think I might get all of these again. A load in here. And then getting some of the ones I haven't had before, so I can knit a whole, probably 2 pairs of socks out of the 100 grams, and then make scrappy ones with all the leftovers. We'll see. I just love them. I really do love them. So these are, this is Candy Cane, Fairy Lights, Silent Night, I was about to do this, I've already done this one. Honestly. Vintage tinsel. It's vintage tinsel. I do love the sparkles. So yeah, these are my favourite ones I'm knitting at the moment. Also, usually because you have to really, you can't just knit on and on and on and on. Because like in the evening when I'm watching TV and I'm knitting, I'll just zoom around. Like you can do like, I probably do that most of a foot of a sock in an evening just watching TV. But when you're doing it, the striping, you're cutting the yarn each time, you have to keep a bit more of a track. So normally that would annoy me a little bit, but they're so pretty, I really don't mind. I did most of these while watching, I did most of this foot while we were watching Twisters. Did I? What did I finish? Oh, I think, no I didn't, I finished a different sock. But yeah, I love those ones. I said last week, I'm sorry I sit because my throat's feeling a bit dry. I'm getting really hot actually. It's not that hot here today compared to how it has been. It's only about 21, it's rainy and cloudy, so it shouldn't be that hot, but it is. Maybe it's my hair, it's a bit like a blanket. Oh yeah, back on track. So I said last week I was going to frog the pink socks that were in this bag. It's just a toiletry bag. So I did, and I cast on another pair of socks, which are again very tangled. Give me a second. Oh, sorry if you can hear the rain, because the conservatory's right there and the rain is very loud on the conservatory roof, but it is what it is really. You probably can't hear it though. Okay. These are extremely tangled. How did this happen? Okay, that's better. So I've only done 5 rounds of the rib. This is the drops. Okay. Why is everything so tangled? This is the drops. Oh, they never put the names on them though, do they? Okay, well this is Drops Fable. In colour 924. I think it's either something berries or confetti cake, but I ordered them both at the same time and I can never remember which one's which. But I'm doing the this. So I'm going to do, not 100% sure, I'm doing the cuff as you can see in the speckled. And then I'll do the cuff, and I might do, a few stripes of the contrast purple. But I might not, I might only do the contrast on the heel and toe. I'll see how I feel as I'm going along. But they'll either be like, not a thick stripe, just five rounds maybe here and there. But we'll see. There's not much more to say about those ones really at the minute. This is another Drops Fable. Colour 104. Which is like an aubergine purple. I can't remember what the name of it is, so I bought it a while ago. So, yeah. I'm doing quite well about casting on though the socks to get out of my basket so I can have it, because I need to pick out this week the yarns for August, because next week I think is the last podcast for this month, so I need to pick those out so I can show them next week. So I want to have that basket emptied by then, which hopefully I will. I'm about to show the same socks again. Oh. So, sock number 1, and these ones complete. I do like this self pattern in one, this self striping, it's very pretty. These are for my mum, I think. Yeah, they're for my mum. I've done a cuff. I'm not bothering matching them up 100%. I'm not bothered with these socks. I wasn't going to be winding off to get it back to match. I would have to wind it off to what, like here? I'm not winding off all of that yarn. That's just such a waste. Because I could probably knit a whole pair of shorties with, if I put that some contrast in with what's left, but if I break it up into like 10-15 grams here and there, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I could do it, but I wouldn't. Did I say what these are? They're Paintbox, Fairisle, something, Meadow Walk. So it's Paintbox yarns. And the contrast colour is a lilac-y colour from Paintbox as well. So that's all my socks. The other knitting I have, this is the top I've been working on, and I did get all the length I needed to get done. I've done the whole length, but I've read through the pattern a couple of times to try and work out if I was wrong or if the pattern was wrong, and the pattern was wrong. So I was just following what the pattern said to do, and it said to decrease 3 stitches at the beginning of the next 2 rows. So I did that. Then it said to do that again, so I did it. And as I was doing it, I was thinking, it doesn't feel right, because the schematics and all the photos of the top shows a straight edge. The only decrease that is shown on the pattern and in the pictures is at the very bottom here, this bit. And so I read further and further along to the pattern, and then it said to pick up the stitches you'd put on hold, and I thought, you haven't told me to put anything on hold. And I was looking, I was thinking, okay, those stitches that we've decreased, if I carried on doing all the decrease that you're telling me to do, wouldn't amount to the number of stitches I currently would have. And then I realised they didn't tell you that you're working the neck at this point, so it didn't tell you to knit to this amount and then put these ones on hold, which is very annoying. So I'm going to have to pull this back down to where I did the first decreases and just try and work out myself where I should be putting the neck hole exactly in, because the pattern doesn't give you any instructions on that. So that's perfect. This is partly why I do prefer just to create my own pattern. Oh well, I'll work it out, it'll be fine, but yeah, I would have had this front panel done if that hadn't happened. Well, this isn't the front panel, this is the back panel, but I would have had this panel done. I'm knitting this in Drops Cotton Light, which is a 50% cotton, 50% nylon, is it? 50% polyester in this purpley colour, which is colour 24. I do go into a lot more detail about this in my previous episodes, so if you did want to have more information, I'll go into more information again next week, but I'm just a bit irritated by it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, so on better news, I've made a lot of progress on my cardigan. This is my very well written information, so I can try and mimic it on the way back. Okay, let me show you. Just make sure where we are. I'm going to be pulling out all these stitches because there are so many stitches now. It's almost 200 in each row, so if I pull out 20, it's going to be very annoying. Okay, so this is my sister's birthday cardigan. I'm crocheting her. Pardon me. Hair's tickling my face. Okay. So, this is where we are with the crochet cardigan. Done the arm. Done the arm. We've done all the increases for the bottom. And we're almost, I'm not as far along as I'd hoped I would be because it just takes so long to do each row. But once I've finished the front and back together, and I'll be decreasing, I won't be, you know, to decrease in crochet, which is part of what I like about it. I just won't pick these up, and because you only ever have one working stitch at a time, all I do is just leave them behind. So once I get to doing just the back of the neck, I would just be in half the stitches, which will be a lot quicker for a bit, and then eventually I'll just be decreasing back down again. So that's how it's working out. I think it's going to be lovely. I love the colours. The two greys on camera don't have that much difference, but in real life, well, I suppose when you hold them up you can see, but in real life there is a distinct difference between them. Yeah, this is going very well. Hopefully I should have this done. I should be on to the other half of it by next week. I've done quite a bit, because I don't know how many stitches are on there. I was only just on the grey, wasn't I, in the last episode. So I've done all this, which is a lot of stitches. I tell you what, doing it this way is actually lovely. If it had to be, I'm thinking about doing a knitted sort of version like this. It's quite fun just to make something so simple. I think that's everything I have been working on. So I've been really quick this week, haven't I? 33 minutes. I've done all my projects. Let's go going. So okay, so what I've been listening to, I'm still listening to War Prize by Elizabeth Vaughan. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very good. It's very much a slow burn. It gives you time to build into what the characters are doing, their motivations, to experience things as the character experiences them, rather than just charging in and having everything happen in the first. Everything having to happen constantly. Always a big climactic thing happening. It's not that sort of book, but it's very good. I'm really enjoying that one. I haven't listened to any more of The Wolf and the Witch. I will do. I need to, because I don't want to miss anything for the fourth book, but I'm just not enjoying it. We're still watching Virgin River. We're on the season 6, maybe just about. And we're on season 3 of Yellowstone. What else have we watched? We watched Scream 6. I do like the Scream films. I'm not much of a horror person. Watching it isn't the problem. I can watch the film. It's my mind afterwards spends the next 6 weeks just freaking me out about everything. So, but Scream and the slasher films I can deal with. Oh, we watched Twisters, the new one. That was good. I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. So yeah, it was like 3.5, 4 stars. Pretty good. Oh, I bought a new book. Yeah. Jurassic Park. The other day I was thinking to myself, why haven't I ever read this book? So then I thought, let's just buy it. Let's solve that problem. And I did. It looks like it's good. From what I've seen about it, it looks like the book is a lot more horrifying than the films. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe it should be... What's wrong with my mouth today? Maybe this should be my thumbnail. Oh. YouTube always does. Actually, no, to be fair to YouTube, they haven't given me such dodgy thumbnails the last 2 podcasts, but previously it was horrendous, the choices they picked. Yeah, looking forward to this. I have to finish one book first, and then I'm going to start this one. Oh yes, my new yarn arrived. I said, didn't I, that I was going to be, let me make sure my address isn't showing. Yes, on this side. I said that I was going to be buying more yarn, or I had bought more yarn, and and it's arrived. And I like it. Okay. This is from The Range, which is like a everything store in the UK. It sells like home goods, pet supplies, some food, crafting supplies and gardening and all sorts, furniture, and in their craft they also sell yarn. And this one would have been £1.99 a skein, a ball, a hank, an amount, but it was £1, so I bought 13. And I like it. It's polyester, and it's this sparkle sequin yarn, and I'm just picturing doing like a really simple, like side to side knitted v-neck jumper. And what I think I might do with that is do it in just 2 complete panels. So start at the cuff and knit the whole cuff flat. Well, no, I wouldn't do the cuff because I want to do the cuff in the round, but do the bit of the arm before the cuff, and then just knit all the way up to the arm, all the way across the front, and do in one panel. So I'll just do like I think I might crochet them together, so you've got like a visible join up here, but in the same colour. Or would it work with the sequins? We'll have to take the sequins out to do that. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I've got wool enough to do that because I've got 13. Yeah, I really like it. I think that's going to make a lovely jumper. We'll see what I do with it, but I'm thinking something like that. And if I've got enough, I might even do it off my sister. But is that a bit weird for 2 grown women to have the same jumper when they live in... No. That's cute. I won't wear them at the same time because that'd be odd, but I might do my sister one as well. It'll be matching. It'll be cute. Oh! DT Pie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop the box on you. I'm sorry. I dropped the box on her. Whoops. I'm sorry, come here. I'm sorry, come here, baby. Come here, my love. She doesn't want to come here. Okay, so I'm not dyeing any more yarn at the moment. I'm going to be dyeing in so I was watching two cute pigeons and they started doing something that I'm too young to witness. So I'll show you a few yarns that are in my shop right now available to purchase. And they're all in the sale, which is 30% off in the UK. Any number of skeins, you can order one skein and you'll have 30% off. So, Wildflower. I have sold out of quite a few things though, so if there was something you had your eye on, I'd grab it while it's on sale. Wildflower, and then this one is one of my favourites. Crushed Berries. Blue and purple just this is the last one I have of Pink Pony Girl, and it's on my Merino nylon silk 4-ply skein. This is Pink Pony Girl, and it is the last one. So soft. Whenever I feel the silk ones, I just think to myself, oh, you should just take it for yourself. Which is pinks and purples. It's one of my favourite colours. I say that every time, don't listen to me. This is the last Neptune's Beard on my DK sock, which is a tonal, like, pond green. Do like this one. I'm not always the biggest green person, but this shade of green I really like. Says the girl with green nails. Then there are my Christmas 2024 limited edition sets. These are all, yeah they are. They're all unique colours to the shop, to the collection. So I haven't written down any of these, so once they're gone, they're gone. You've got a green variegated. You've got a pink. It's like a variegated but tonal pink. You've got a micro stripe in blue, so one end is dark blue, but then the other end is like this. Then the purple, and they've got this dark kind of red wine purple, and the red, which are both solid colours. So it's in my shop. And then this is the final one, and I won't be dyeing any more of this. This is discontinued, which is Dark Romance. You can see it's one of my older ones because it's got my old tags. I do like this colour. If this doesn't sell by the end of the month, I'm going to take it and I'm going to get myself a pair of socks out of this, because this is just beautiful. Look at it. You've got like the peachy pink, you've got this dark, it's like a dark greyish black purple. Oh, it's so nice. And then you've got that bright bold pink. I love it. If that doesn't sell, if that hasn't sold by the end of the month, I'm taking it. So I think that is pretty much everything. Let me have a quick look. I have got, actually, I'll keep talking about that, don't I? All my my scraps I need to use up. And here are some of my scraps. See if I can pick them up without dropping them everywhere. Ah, one's fallen. Two fallen. So this is my small basket. These are the ones that don't fit. into the big bowl and are all in balls. So this container, and one's fallen on the floor. They've gone everywhere. And then these are my newer scraps. I've divided them out in this bowl here, which is also full of scraps. Some of these are quite big, quite large, so you could get quite a sizable pair out of them. But yeah, I've split them up because I don't want the ones that have been sitting waiting to be used to sit there forever. So I've split up the ones that are in balls, are the ones I would have balled up before I had a yarn winder, so they're much older. I need to remember that some of them have dropped behind that table. So I think that is everything. Sorry. I think it's a hay fever is getting me today. Yeah. So that's everything. So thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you did like my video, if you wanted to like and subscribe, I wouldn't stop you. So thank you. See you next week. Bye.